It is estimated that we own an average of 136 clothing items in our wardrobes. I used to own a lot more. As a former fashion influencer and a bit of a shopaholic, I owned so many clothes that used to stuff my wardrobe. From getting sent a lot of free clothing to constant impulse buying just because it's cheap, my wardrobe was just bursting. But was I wearing all of them? No. One survey done on 2,000 women in the UK found that on average people wore an item about 7 times, and then it usually just ends up cluttering your wardrobe. But I have a sneaky feeling that a lot of us have clothing items right now that either still have the tag on or we haven't even worn a couple times. As I went on my minimalism and decluttering journey, I started to be more real with myself. I sold and donated a large majority of my clothes, and I realized I actually love getting dressed now so much more. All the items in my wardrobe right now fit me, they make me feel good, and I truly love them. My goal is simply to wear everything in my wardrobe. So I want to share with you what I would do if I started my capsule wardrobe from scratch today. Number one, I would do a ruthless declutter. What I found really helpful was the 80-20 rule. You might have heard of it before. It's where we wear 20% of the items we own for 80% of the time. That was completely true for me, or perhaps even more. I probably had a lot more in my wardrobe that I never wore. I would always gravitate towards the same pair of jeans, the same pair of leggings, the same few t-shirts that I loved, and the same few jumpers. Everything else was just excess thrown in there. But I always had that thought, and probably kind of skewed by social media too, which I was very much a part of as being a fashion influencer back then. I would get sent a lot of clothes, which I was grateful for, and I loved that. I felt like it was so fun. But at the same time, I didn't need them. I wasn't wearing all of them, and some of them didn't even fit my lifestyle. And so they would just end up sitting in my wardrobe. What a waste of resources. And also, it was starting to really stress me out because my wardrobe wouldn't close properly. And even getting dressed in the morning, opening your wardrobe to a bursting amount of stuff is just not fun. I read somewhere that as adults, we make around 35,000 decisions in a day. Some of them, of course, are kind of on autopilot, but some of them require a lot of our energy. So one simple thing we can do to help ourselves feel better, to help our mental health, and to just give us more space to think about other stuff is to declutter our wardrobes, is to get rid of the items that we don't love, the items that don't fit us, the items that make us feel bad about ourselves, or, those just in case items that I was keeping for ages because, they were cute and maybe one day I would have this one event I might want to wear this dress to. But now I have items in there that I actually love. I love putting them on. They make me feel really good. They make me feel like myself. The second tip I have for you is to start a digital wardrobe. I know it might sound so overwhelming because when I used to have hundreds of items in my wardrobe, I would absolutely not have the time and energy to go and snap a picture of all of them and put them in a digital wardrobe. It can seem really overwhelming at first, but what I would do is start really small. So with the things that you wear on a daily basis, like in the morning when you get dressed, just take a quick picture of the outfit or take a picture of each item. What I use to track my digital wardrobe is the free Index app. They have a paid version too. I'm not sponsored by them, but I just wanted to mention because I find it really helpful. I did a separate video on how I created my digital wardrobe if you want more details on this. But simply taking a picture of your outfits every day for 30 days or however long you want to kind of challenge yourself to do this, it's going to paint you a picture of exactly what you're wearing. Because it can be so easy to think, well, this pair of white jeans is such a staple, I could never get rid of it. Yes, I used to own one of those. And when I looked at my digital wardrobe, I never wear white jeans maybe because it's not practical, maybe because I just don't like the look of them on me. It doesn't really matter why it is, but the fact that I'm not wearing them is a clear indication that I just don't need them in my wardrobe. And if, in 5 years' time, I decide that, my style's changed, I actually would like to wear white jeans again, it's very likely that the one pair I kept either won't fit me or won't feel like it's in style anymore, or I just wouldn't like it anymore. Give it to somebody who can use that item right now, and then in time, if I need to, I can always go on Vinted and buy another pair. So a digital wardrobe for me was a real wake-up call as to what items I'm actually wearing in my wardrobe. And it also kind of made me, gave me a bit of an incentive to play around with my items a bit more, to actually experiment with different outfits, even though they're all very basic, because I guess that's just me. I like basic stuff. Shop less but better. And I don't mean every single item needs to be super expensive, but buying less items means you can allocate a bit more budget perhaps to the items that we buy. And generally, when it's a nicer quality item, for one, it will last longer, it will look better on you because the fabric will just be a bit sturdier. And also what I have found with a lot of items that I bought that were a bit better quality is that they have a good resale value. So when I try to sell them on Vinted, when maybe either you get bored of them or they don't fit anymore, or you just don't feel like they fit your lifestyle anymore, you can actually get a big part of your money back and use that to buy the other items you're interested in. So shopping better and for better quality items, I found has been really, really helpful. Shop pre-loved more. I discovered Vinted a couple years ago maybe, and I have been hooked ever since. And so shopping on Vinted has taught me a few lessons about this, and it's also made me slow down my purchases a bit because it usually takes a bit of time to kind of search things, research sizes and items, and it's actually, I think, a good thing. You can put things on your favorites, on a wish list, and kind of give yourself a bit of cooling off period before you make a purchase. And also I found that it kind of felt like free money in the sense that I sold a lot of the items I didn't love and I wasn't wearing. And then with the cash that I got from that, I bought from Vinted other items that fit my lifestyle a lot better. And so it kind of felt like just trading items rather than, investing a huge amount of money in my wardrobe. Do a lifestyle analysis. This is something that I never used to think about. I would just buy things that I thought were cute, but I never thought, does this item actually fit my lifestyle? I'm a mom of two. I work from home a lot, and a lot of my weekends, for example, I spent at the farm playing with the kids, at parks, at soft plays, things like that. And so my wardrobe kind of needs to reflect that. And being more realistic with myself has helped so much in curating a wardrobe that actually fits my lifestyle and having items in there that I actually wear every single day or every single week. And going along with this, it's really helpful to figure out your personal uniforms, those go-to style combinations. So maybe it's leggings and a sweatshirt, nothing wrong with that. I wear that a lot too, especially for soft play days. Maybe it's jeans and a t-shirt and the cardi on top, jeans and a fitted top. It's just about figuring out those little combinations that you like wearing the most, making sure your wardrobe reflects that you have items in those categories that you can mix and match that fit your lifestyle. And I have realized actually in my wardrobe, I don't have a lot of skirts. For some reason, I just don't gravitate towards them. I have a few dresses, but when it comes to skirts, now that I think about it, I can remember one skirt I have that I'm gonna pull out in my spring collection. And I realized I'm not very much of a skirt person. I find it easier to style either trousers or just a plain dress, like full-on dress. But we're all different. We all have these different kind of personal uniform styles that we love to wear. So figuring out yours can be a really helpful way to curate a closet that actually works for you. And then I thought I would share with you the 10 basic items that are really staples for me. Now, I'm not saying this is the perfect capsule wardrobe by any means, but these 10 items, I find that I wear them a ton, that fit a lot of my different outfits, that are kind of a good base for whenever I want to get dressed. And they've stood the test of time and multiple declutters. I have kept them, and it's for a reason. Number one is, this is probably gonna be the most basic thing I'm ever gonna say, a plain white t-shirt. You knew this was coming, didn't you? I think it was last year that I bought a COS plain white t-shirt, and I finally got why people bought more expensive t-shirts, because they are more structured. It's a bit of a thicker cotton. It's not see-through. It sits nicely on your body, and it's just amazing. So having a good white t-shirt is one of those staples for me that I'm gonna probably keep in my wardrobe for years and years. I also love a plain long sleeve top. And again, I try to go for 100% cotton, things that are a bit, of a nicer fabric. I have I think 3 of them at the moment. 2 of them are Adenola. One of them is a white tea store long sleeve, and they are really good basics. I love wearing them with either just jeans, and that's my whole outfit, or I can throw something on top if it's still a bit chilly outside. Then a blazer or a jacket. I have this blazer that's a simple beige one, and I love having that just when I want a bit of a smarter outfit. I also love a cashmere cardigan. The one that I have is by John Lewis, but there are loads out there, and this is such a good staple to throw on. It's nice to layer up. It feels very soft, it feels very relaxed, and you don't need to have a wardrobe full of them. Sometimes just owning one piece like that can help you create a lot of outfits that feel really good for you. Because even though I'm a minimalist and I've gone through massive declutters of my home and my wardrobe, I do still enjoy fashion, and I do enjoy having fun with my outfits. And by fun, I mean pairing different kinds of basics. I also loved a striped jumper. The one that I have is a Cezanne one that I got on Vinted. And it's funny because it's quite, like, it feels lightweight. It's not super thick, and it's 100% cotton. It's so lovely to wear, and I like how it kind of drapes on your body. It's great with jeans, and that's a whole outfit in itself that I love wearing a lot. And you probably saw I mentioned jeans quite a lot. So one good pair of denim jeans is amazing. I have 2 at the moment. One is a Levi's, but my favorite one is actually a Stradivarius one. It's a Slim Mom jean, I think it's called. It's in a lighter wash, and I have worn that so many times. I just love it. I love the style. I love the fit of it on me, and it just makes me feel like myself. A pair of black leggings is also a pretty good staple for me. Great for soft plays, great for, workouts, great for chilling. I have one black pair of Lululemons, and they are my absolute staple go-to. I wear them a ton. I used to have probably 10 pairs of black leggings in my wardrobe, and in reality I probably wore 2 of those on repeat, but they weren't great leggings. They felt very thin, they felt a little bit baggy around the knee area, so it just wasn't a great fit. I also like having one nice hoodie or a sweatshirt. I actually have a few of these, but it's a really good staple for, again, soft play days, and they don't always have to be expensive. I think some of the ones I have are H&M and Primark, actually, that I got a long time ago. A pair of white trainers is my go-to. I actually bought this pair of Marks & Spencer's white trainers last year or the year before. It's been over a year that I've had them. For the fact that I've worn them almost every day for over a year, I think they've lasted really well. They've been through a lot, but a simple white pair of trainers I feel like is such a go-to, and it just goes with everything. I like that it's kind of a slim type of shoe, not a bulky one, because it can go with different things that I like to wear. Like sometimes it can go with a dress to make the outfit look more casual. It can go with jeans. I just love a slim shoe like that for those kinds of outfits. And then one staple bag for me, it's been a bag that you can attach to the buggy as well, to the baby pushchair. It's one I got from the John Lewis website, but it's a different brand. I think Finson. I'm gonna link everything that I can in the description box, but it's a leopard print bag, which is, a fun pattern, and I love leopard print. I've always loved that. Looks quite small, but that can actually fit quite a lot inside, like nappies, wipes, a change of clothes, water, and snacks for the kids. It actually all fits in there somehow. That's the one bag I have at the moment, and that's the one bag I wear pretty much every single day. So that's kind of what I would do if I would start my capsule wardrobe from scratch. Just start with those basics, and then you can always add later on a few items here and there to kind of add more variety. I do hope this was helpful, and I hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.